All right. Hey, Vicky. Okay, so we got three. Hey, there's three people. See, there's three people already.
Vicky
Hey.
already donated. Thanks, Vicky.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Oh, we got the dogs both here asleep. So if they start, we'll have to. All right, I'm just getting myself sorted out. Can you see? Yeah. You're fine.
The original one didn't click in. It's a new one. New live.
No, it's the original one. I used that one to get started with.
Yeah.
Hey from Florida. Hey, Marie. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just getting some sage going and stuff. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Marissa. I'm eating dinner with you guys. As long as it's not meat. Adriana and Grace. Hi, Grace. Bobby's here, of course, but he's next to us.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, no, that's my shirt.
That would be husky hair.
No, it's a tie-dye thing on my shirt.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay. I thought it was Pilot. He's shedding.
Yeah, Pilot's shedding pretty bad. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming in for our little channeling session. It's our full moon in Pisces. So, hey, G.
Hey, G.
Welcome. So I've got my It's Just a Phase shirt on.
It's just a phase.
It's just a phase. Hey, Lana. Thanks for coming in. Today we're going to be channeling with source energy. Probably the angels will pop in. Thanks. Thank you. So excited to have you guys here. We haven't been live for a while, have we?
Yeah, it's been a fair bit.
Couple of weeks.
As Becky would say.
It's been a fair bit.
Fair bit.
Bit of a while.
Well, it wasn't short, was it?
But they weren't cheap, were they?
Australians, when you ask them something, they tell you how they're not.
Yeah.
They don't tell you how they are.
They're
It's
like,
like, are we almost there? What was that one? That one guy?
oh yeah.
What was it?
I don't know what he said when they said, are you almost there?
Oh yeah, he's like, hey man, that's a nice shirt. Well, it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. He's like,
Oh, thanks, Grace.
thanks, Grace. Yeah, are we far away? Yeah, we'll be there when we get there. Okay. Not what I asked, but okay.
Totally not it.
Like your shoes. Well, they weren't cheap. Okay, I didn't say.
Oh, I love that.
I know, I tend to shout. I don't need to shout. We've got a microphone right
There's
there.
a microphone right in front of us.
I get all excited and my voice just goes whoop.
Cisco, is Pilot still in here?
This goes right here down
Oh,
under the
there it
table.
Pilot's probably in the bathroom.
They'll probably start carrying on right when we need them not to.
Yeah.
So with the channeling, guys, okay. So we're getting some people coming in. 19. All right. So at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We'll probably have a whole big influx of people. So we're going to be channeling with Source, asking some big questions. Vintage Love. Hey. I don't think I've seen you for a while. Some people come in different names and stuff, or their names change, or things happen, or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've got cedar, and we've got white sage going on, and Paula Sanso. Nice to see you. Hey, Marie.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Thanks for coming in. And Colorado's weather is just about to drop, and we might be getting snow.
Yeah, we have snow in the forecast on Wednesday. Tuesday's gonna be 91, and then snow on Wednesday. Love Colorado.
No, I haven't found anyone for my dragon cards yet. That's okay. With me, everything happens last second. All of a sudden, it's happening. Hey, Gwen from Northeast Texas.
Northeast Texas.
Wow. Thank you for
Piney
tuning
Woods.
in.
Piney Woods. There's actually Pine Woods in
Piney
Texas.
Woods?
Yeah.
I'm just giving everybody some.
Yeah, that snow is early for us. Last year we got it. October 15th was our first real snow. And this is a month before that.
Yeah.
So.
Feel like 100 in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, humid.
It's humid. I'm sick of heat in my life. You know, living in Australia all my life pretty much, and in the hottest of the hottest part. I'm done. And it was like, yeah. And Bobby was from Texas. Yeah,
Yes.
91 one day, then snow, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Yep. So what we're doing is some big channel. You know what these channeling sessions are like now. If you've come before, you send your questions in and bring on the sweater weather. That's what I say, G.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Vintage Love. 555.
Nice. Thank you.
That means a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're going to do some channeling stuff with source energy and just see what's happening, because already, I think the last time we did it was a couple of weeks ago, and already some things have been revealed since that time. And Archangel Michael said in the last channel, you know, that within 3 weeks you guys are all going to start to see, and it's happening, right? So we just got to keep positive and see what's coming up next. I know there's a lot of negative energy out there right now, people going off at each other and arguments happening, and you know, everyone's just so triggered by all of these events that, you know, the anxiety levels and PTSD and all the mental health issues, like the people can't cope, because it's just, we know what it's like when we're all together, you know, and we're all doing things and we're all pushing forward, and then we know what it's like to maintain and keep ourselves strong and stop the negative thoughts and do all the process. So imagine people that don't know how to spiritually ground themselves and get themselves, you know, back onto a level playing field, you know, where they feel in control again. People don't know how to do that unless you've had some kind of therapy or counseling, etc. So this is happening. And it's kind of scary in some parts, you know, but we together will always be strong for all of you. But we do have a few things we need to say as well as things goes on. Welcome to people who are just coming in.
Yeah. Cohen's here. Bill said hi.
Cohen's here.
Hey,
Bill.
Cohen, hey, Bill.
I think I saw Bill. Nora. I think I saw as well.
Yep. Nora M.
Yeah, Nora. So. Yeah, there's just been, as you guys already know, since the start of all this stuff, the fear factor, and it's building and building, and then stuff happening, and violence and riots and all kinds of stuff happening, really affecting a lot of people's mental health. And Cisco's mental health is like,
he's having a dream chasing rabbits.
He's chasing rabbits. He's growling at something. So, what else was I going to say?
Well, the good thing is it seems like we're on the upward arc of the curve, possibly, because truths are coming out. You know, numbers are coming out, and things are happening, you know, so. And
you guys are all finding out that, you know, this has all been very, very much inflated, and this is where, you know, there's going to be a lot of compensation for people who've been dealing with the loss of their jobs, their loved ones, their house, you know, their family members. Family members are dividing like crazy. I don't know how many people have told me that, for example, their children have been fighting with them just out of the blue. And some of you are here now and you know what I'm talking about. And then Dublin City has got protests. Denver, I think that they got rid of them, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they mostly have a handle on the violent protesters. So.
Yeah, it's not so bad here. Like in these smaller towns where we are, no one's really kicking off. Everybody's just trying to maintain and live. You know, like all of you as well. But in larger cities where it's mostly buildings, etc., that's the places where you're going to get the violence, because, you know, they can hide, right? So we're going to get into some questions and things later, all right? So I'm going to be channeling those questions. And I know it's only, I don't know what time it is.
3 minutes.
Okay, so it's only, you know, it's not even on the hour yet, so I just got to wait for some people to come in. So hi, Carrie. Thanks for being here. And welcome. And what I was going to say is that, you know, the energy of what we're doing here is not about fortune telling as much as it is about reading energy, okay? So with this here, when I'm doing the channeling, Bobby's going to be taking the questions, and of course we can't answer everybody because there's so many people that come in here, right? So many people come in, I can't answer all of those questions. So some of you guys have the same sorts of questions. So try to keep the mundane questions out of it. So I know for you that you losing your partner, or being in a broken relationship is huge, or whatever it is, but save that for the personal readings, and let's look at worldwide events and things that are going on around us, or ways in which you can contribute to changing this world. Because we all have to be super strong. I know that that's hard, but we have to do our spiritual work and keep strong. Hey Gloria, thanks for coming in. I also have a live webinar that's coming up for free for all of the patrons. So there'll be a list of links below also for you guys. So in September, most likely mid-September, we're doing a big webinar for free. And I also have my webinar this Saturday, which is different from the ones that I'm doing on Patreon. So this one on Saturdays on the power animals and magical journeys, which is very, very powerful, because once you connect with your power animal, you will be taught a lot about healing, and your animals will heal you, and you'll be able to work with healing animals as well. They lead you, they bring you into your leadership position, like into your soul path very, very quickly, as I found out with mine. So
on Pilot especially, something Becky and I've noticed, probably around 6 months old with him. He's almost a year. In a couple weeks he'll be a year old.
Yeah.
He goes in and out of phase. It's like spirit.
Oh, he goes right into spirit. He's traveling.
Yeah.
You saw him in your meditation.
I've seen him a few times. Yeah.
He comes into meditations and stuff to help.
Yeah.
He's like some kind of, him and Cisco actually are some kind of, spirit dogs that are actually here.
They're definitely part of our team. We'll say that.
Yep. Okay,
Good for you,
sure.
Marissa. That's great.
Good for you, Marissa.
She did her first webinar.
Oh, well done.
Posted.
Yeah, you need to. Good girl. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting for a few more people to come through. And then I go quiet. I go into the channel, sort of channeling the information and bringing us all into like a bubble of protection as well. Sonny the same way. What's that? Happy full moon, of course, in Pisces.
Yeah, full moon. We forgot to talk about that.
Yep, it's just a phase. It's just a phase.
It's just a phase, man. It's just a phase.
That's what I keep saying. Oh, we're just going to... like things happen instantly for us too. Like...
Yeah.
I mean, this morning, I was supposed to be getting this important piece of paper from Australia, this important card in it, my personal card. It was taking weeks. It was sent out on July the 7th. That's how long it was taking. I'm like, this card's not here. And I got an email saying, okay, you've only got to the 25th of August to activate it. I'm like, well, it's way past the 25th of August. And I'm like, well, I thought, well, I can order a new one. I could contact them and call them. Or I can just wait, and it may come within a week. And it came today. Like, just letting it all go, letting the stress go, and everything starts to come. And this is what we're dealing with a lot of people are going through. So much stress, they don't know how to cope with it, because it's all up here, going around and going around and going around and going around, right? And you can't sleep. You may not have been able to sleep like last night as well, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Thank you, welcome. You may not have been able to sleep. I know Bobby couldn't sleep last night at all because he's a Pisces and it was a Pisces moon, so I'm pretty sure.
I did not sleep at all last night.
He didn't sleep at all, so it's like, yeah, it's intense. But yeah. The other thing is to make sure that you're reinforcing your protection as well right now. It's really important. Stars are changing colors and stuff. We've been seeing all kinds of crazy stuff in the sky, and that was something else that we were told a long time ago was there would be things that everyone could see in the sky, and it's kind of happening.
I see stuff all the time anyway, but it's definitely increased. I meant to tell you before we came down here to start this today, I checked the Schumann resonance and it looks really bizarre. Like it's not a normal graph reading like it normally is. It looks like a timeline shift, possibly. I'll have to show it to you.
Ooh, we jumped the timeline.
Schumann resonance, yeah.
I don't mind that.
On.
That's cool.
See,
That's
G's having problems sleeping, Marissa as well, so.
Yeah, you have to reinforce your protection, folks. So bring forward Archangel Michael and say to him, okay, I need you to reinforce my protective shield around me. Get rid of anything I don't need. Bring in whatever I do need. And what'll happen is you'll just feel a grounding sensation. You know, when that's taking place, you'll just feel and sealed into this sort of pocket of energy, because you're going to have to do these things and remember these things. Go back to the spiritual checklist video and do those things, because I'm telling you, even if you're not the type of person that normally gets trauma or traumatized or anxiety or stress, then there's going to be some challenges that will create that. So you've got to learn how to cope so you don't stay in that energy, because that's when you start getting unwell. And also you start manifesting bad things, which you don't want to do. You know, you don't want to
avoid the bad manifestations.
Start getting all cranky and like, I'm sick of it, and suddenly, you know, something crashes down on you, you know.
Even people who are, I'd say, you know, spiritually in control of their energy, you know, Becky for sure, me, it's always a struggle. But I would consider myself, you know, stronger in that sense. You know, I've had to really work on protection and grounding just this last week.
Reminding yourself,
Yeah, just reminding yourself to stay there and stay out of here. So.
Just smudged me, my family, my house today. Yeah, you
go.
may have to find that, you know, you're just in order to really keep the high vibration going, is like regular smudges, even using bells and you know, your singing bells and all that stuff as well. Just taking control of your energy. Not bad last night. Okay, so yeah, some people are getting this. That's nice. I use this one in my office. I'll try and show you. I don't know if you can see it. It's tea infused lavender sage oil. See all the little bits in there? And I just rub that all over myself, put in everywhere all the time. I'm always oily, so I ruin
Becky's
all
always coming around the corner with Palo Santo stick smoking, coming at me.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
come on,
put your legs out. We're doing
we're doing it.
Smoke work here.
But, I mean, I've had some hairy encounters, like even with this house here. When Bobby first started going off to band practice and stuff, the first time he went a few months ago, I'm like, right, I'm going to sage absolutely every single room. And I scared myself because I was downstairs in the music room and I felt like something was like, I am not leaving here. Like, yes, you will.
It's that little closet we have under the stairs.
We have this tiny little closet under the stairs.
Harry Potter closet. It's creepy.
It's real spooky.
Yeah. We don't put anything in there because we don't want to have to open the door and go.
We don't want to have to. You've cracked your head I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
That's got to tell you. And I'm like, you know, you just need to get out, stand down. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like me being scared. I'm not giving into that, you know.
No, we're well protected.
But anyway, we're well protected. Make sure that you.
But hey, everybody gets the heebie-jeebies sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I was here by myself completely, you know. And the thing last night, the computer.
Oh yeah, my computer did some like, I don't know.
It was like making the noise, like someone was talking through the computer.
It sounded like somebody was digitally talking through tones in the computer, which was like a static and a feedback at the same time. If anybody's a musician, you'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
It's like the screen froze, and then this transmission started to come through. That's exactly what it was like, but it was warbled.
But I didn't get a bad feeling from it.
No,
you know,
I was like, oh, what is it saying?
Star
what is it
Family
saying?
trying to talk to us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got a few people in, but I know this is a strange day to do it. So we're doing this on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
But I'm busy on Saturday, obviously. I'm busy on Saturday, obviously, teaching a webinar. So this one's going to be on power animals, as I said before. What else am I doing?
You got the free one coming up. You talked about
the free one. Oh, I've got new video readings as well. So you get an unlisted video reading of your reading.
Yeah,
And
since you guys are here, what do you think about the new Lenormand video card
yeah, the
readings Becky's been
Lenormands.
doing? We've gotten some pretty good responses. What do y'all think?
Yeah,
See what
we're
you
just
have to
wondering
say.
if you guys like the Lenormand because, hey Patty,
Hey, Patty.
because I'm offering the Lenormand as a reading package as well. It's actually really big. When you do the, it's called the Grand Tableau. When you do that, it's like 36 cards, so it's really good.
We like it. Becky just did one for me. It was pretty good.
That was just a quick little snapshot thing.
Yeah. Bill likes them. Yep. Deborah likes them. Cohen. Cool.
Great.
Grace. Nice. Yeah, we figured y'all did like those.
Awesome. All right. So I guess I gotta get going soon.
Yeah.
It's nearly.
Rock and roll.
I thought some more people might be coming in, but what can I do? All right. Yeah, it's a little bit different. They're a little bit more. They're part of the cartomancy type of readings.
444.
Don't want to create an civil. Yeah, you might need to just give yourself a really good smudge. Salt baths, grounding yourself. If you're not connected into your physical body, you will feel like crap, okay? So if you're feeling like crap, if you're really cranky and you're all over the place, first thing to do is to ground yourself and say to yourself, okay, I'm just bringing all the parts of my energy back to me. I'm bringing all the parts of my energy back to me. And it allows it to, thanks. It allows it to start to unfold and you start going, okay, now I feel like I'm back to myself. When you're not in your body, if you look in your eyes in the mirror, you will just feel like you can't even focus on your eyes. And you're like, okay, I'm off somewhere doing something, so I need to come back to my physicality. So there's just these little things that we've got to do. The other thing is if you do get peed off about something, right? I was nearly going to say it, but I didn't.
Well done.
If you do get peeved about something, right? Just be annoyed about it. It's okay. This is not about squashing you being annoyed about something and having to be perfect. That's not what this is all about. Get it out, because anger will cause infection in your body quicker than anything else. So just get the anger out, right? And if you do get an infection that comes to the surface or a staph or something like that, then you have gotten rid of something, which is really, really good. So, don't feel like you need to be perfect, okay? Be annoyed, even if it's for 3-4 hours and you're like, rah, raving lunatic and really annoyed about every little thing. That's okay. But then get it back together again. So, you're not angry all the time kind of thing. So it's not about being perfect. And not a lot of people think that, and I've had people say to me, oh, well, it's okay. It's easy for you. It's easy for you. I got big news for you. No, it isn't. Right? So it's not easy for anybody to maintain the strength to be on call 24/7, 7 days a week. I'm on call pretty much I've got a few people that are suicidal at the moment and going through a lot. So I do get pulled in a lot of different directions. And I appreciate those of you that write to me in an email and purchase your sessions with me so that we can talk in that way. That's fantastic. But people that just keep asking, and then if I don't answer straight away, then I'm the bad one. I don't have time for any of that, So, so thanks, Kathy, for being here. And I'm trying to help so many people. So I've got to be strong as well, and I have to monitor my boundaries. Yep. Perfectly imperfect. I like that. Nice one. And you've noticed over the past few days I've put things up about boundaries as well. Making sure that you're, saying no when you need to, taking care of yourself, turning off your phone, all that sort of stuff. It's okay to do that. You don't have to feel guilty when you do that. That's the point. But I'm going to get ready to do this channeling. I really hope that the dogs are going to stay. I mean, Cisco's happy enough he's happy enough to be there.
He's all right. He's got the door open. He can split if he needs to.
Okay, so Bobby's going to take the questions. I'm going to be in channel. I don't have a clue what your questions are. When I'm in channel, my interpretation of what they're saying is what we're going with. So me personally, I'm not perfect, as we've just said. So some things can come through with my interpretation. So I'm just going to say whatever it is that I feel. What? Tell us. Oh. I don't know what that last. I didn't
Probably
catch.
about the dogs. What Marissa's talking about.
Oh.
Tell Spirit not to talk to the dogs. They'll get riled up.
Yeah, because they'll start running around and being silly. Okay, so just quickly, I'm not looking at the chats just for a second. Just quickly, these are the things. Okay, ask your questions in the chat box in just a moment. Bobby is going to be then delivering those questions to me in channel. He can't answer, and I can't answer every single question. Try to keep your questions away from your personal, sexual, whatever, mundane life thing that's going on, and keep them bigger. Okay, we're going to get more answers in that way. If you need something really personal, don't put it here, because it's, not everyone wants to see it. Right? And right? Not everyone wants to see it, and you can come to me personally with stuff like that. Okay? So career opportunities, things like this, try to keep it bigger. It's up to Bobby what he asks me when I'm in the channel. Some of you are going to ask the same thing. And the other thing is, this is not like doing a reading where I'm pulling out cards for you. I'm in a channel, so I'm not distracted by all of these questions. Bobby's here to help me with those things. So it's up to him what he decides to ask the channel, okay? So try not to be all upset if you don't get your question answered. Maybe next time it will be, okay? Or maybe it's answered by somebody else and that's why. That's the other thing as well. Anything you need to add to that?
No, that's about it. Sometimes the questions, an answer will have come that answers your question that you just put down, and I'll skip those because we've already kind of touched that topic. So
in case anybody wants to know, so you can start asking the questions, but I'm not going to be answering them right now. Bobby will keep a list somehow.
I got them going.
I've got a piece of selenite, and this is a channeling crystal. Okay, so you can get something like this. I don't need these. But it's nice to hang on to something while you're channeling. You can use anything and create it for a channeling thing. The other thing that I'm going to tell you is that I will be creating a course of study for you guys on how to channel safely. There's many methods, and a lot of people are doing it very dangerously. Okay, so I want to do that. So teach you guys how to do it properly. Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna turn this chat box off. I just can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't be looking at that. All right. It's distracting.
Yeah.
Even when I'm talking, it's distracting. All right. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes.
us today. Will these cities in turmoil settle down soon, or will this go on past the American election?
This is in the process of sorting itself out right now. There are things that are about to happen in the next week. There's also things that are happening now to awaken people to what's really going on. So everything is going to start to calm down, and everything is needed to happen how it is, even though it's quite destructive. It needed to be that much in everybody's energy field. It needed to be that concentrated that everyone would begin to, number one, feel grateful and thankful for where you live, and also to start to unite. This is what needs to happen. There are those that are going to be very, very divided still. Maintain your own energy and make sure you're focusing on peace. Things are going to get easier here pretty soon for all of you.
Thank you. How can I help heal other people?
The easiest way to teach you that is to focus on wellness of the other person. So remember that you are just a conduit of energy, that you are not the healer, that you are the conduit of healing energy. So it won't be you healing the person, but it will be you holding an intention of that person in wellness, and also with that person being able to understand their role in healing, which is to make sure that they are open to receiving it, and also taking the directives of healing. So they will be given nudges to eat in a certain way, or rest their mind, or stop stressing, etc. This won't be up to you to fix. This will be up to the person that you're trying to help. But the biggest thing here is that you focus, when you're doing any type of healing work, that you focus on the person who's receiving in wellness. This is going to work very well for you.
Thank you. How do we get in contact or communicate with extraterrestrials that might want to help?
Well, for one, they're already here working with you and helping you anyway, and all you ever need to do is have a thought. It's very much like angel energy, and any kind of spirit energy is only a thought away. You don't realize how powerful your thoughts are, and you all need to start realizing this very, very quickly, because your energy and your thoughts can either create the things that you really want or destroy. So you need to make a decision there. But yes, connecting with ETs, angels, spirit guides, everything is the same. It's all about trust, it's all about intention, and it's about your thoughts. That, and also an expectation that they're actually there, and looking at the signs that become available because of your asking and your belief. That's as simple as we can get it for you.
Thank you. Can you explain heart space healing?
Yes. Your heart area as a human holds the doorway to the divine. If you work on clearing and healing this area by accepting that healing is already taking place, and having an understanding of your emotions, and opening yourself up further to receive healing and information, then you will start to feel better all the way through your entire being. So clearing the heart space, that is the area of the chest connected to not just the heart itself, but the energies around it and the portals of energy around behind your heart, etc., are doorways. These are where the doorways to the divine are, not in your mind or in your head. So if you're overthinking, you will feel anxious, and you feel it straight in your heart when you're overthinking. So the energy needs to be concentrated downward into that heart space, and from there working on healing throughout the rest of the body. So heart space healing is quite simply an open to receiving new energy, to remembering old energy, and to releasing stagnant energy from this space.
Thank you. With schools starting back up, will it go well?
Yes, this is needed. We did say a while ago now that schools were supposed to be going back. The children need each other. There's going to be more information regarding this viral energy. There's going to be more information coming out about that in the coming days, and also in the coming weeks even further. So there really has never been a reason to be alarmed. Kids should have been allowed to stay in school. However, it's up to each individual family how they are doing things and how they are coping with things. And whatever you decide to put into place is going to be up to all of you. But it will go very well. Yes, it will.
Thank you. How can we increase our vibration and walk to feel and be in the presence of source energy?
You first need to eliminate all of and this is something that we have to repeat a few times, but you do need to eliminate all of the things that you have been worried about and the things that you've been made to believe in the past about yourself. Firstly, examining what you've been through and what you've believed your whole life, and doing this honestly. The reason this is important is if you don't have a clear understanding of who you are and where you're going or where you want to go in your life, if you don't have a clear understanding of what's happened to you and why it's happened to you, then you may not feel any connection with raising your vibration or spirit energy, because you simply will feel that you're failing in every way all the time. Underlyingly, you will think it's not working, and therefore you block it off. Your thoughts will always block off or enhance your experience. So we say to you to make a list of your name, who you are, where you want to be in your life and with your abilities, etc. And on the other side of the paper say, what do you think is holding you back from doing that? And be honest with yourself in this dialogue. And this is what the channel Rebecca did here. And this is what she is also instructed to teach all of you, is having confidence in yourself and trust in yourself as an individual, not who you've been tainted or made out to be or believed to be. That is the most important step to anything that you're doing spiritually, is really understanding who you are, and then you can change those things. It's very, very simple. But raising your vibration is as simple as keeping yourself in joy and focusing on joy and being happy and watching something funny, etc. Focusing on positivity is always going to instantly raise your vibration.
Thank you. What is the purpose of the madness going on in this world? It's quite obvious they want us divided.
Well, the darkness wants people divided, because if you know how powerful you all are together, then none of this would be happening at all anyway. So the energy of all of this is not to be punishing people or whatever. It's because darkness needs to fall away, and people need to start to see what's really been happening for a very, very long time, and that is that the earth and the people of the earth have been controlled. Because there's always somebody who wants to be the boss. There's always somebody who wants to rule over everybody and make all the rules, and that was never the way the earth was supposed to be. However, people also have decisions that they make and choices that they make and reasons why they are here and what they're doing and what they're learning and what they're experiencing. So this all has to happen, how things are, because of humans doing it, not because of spirit doing it to humans to teach them a lesson. It's not about that. It's about you and your human experience and waking up to the darkness that has been around for a very, very long time. Not just now, suddenly becoming exposed, but it's been around for a very, very long time in different ways. And you are now experiencing an even bigger way that is seen, because the darkness is losing its grip, so it's going to try everything to hang on tight. And it won't win, as we have already said before in every single channel that we have done here with Rebecca, that the light has already won. That's what you need to focus on, not the chaos and destruction, but that the light's winning and that things are going to change and things are going to get easier. Energy's changing, the vibration is changing, things are moving and shifting out of your way, things are being exposed, children are being saved, etc., etc. Just be aware of these things and try not to focus on, oh dear, there's so much destruction, this is the end. No, that is not going to help anything. Instead, think to yourself, thank God this is happening and I am alive to see it, and I am here because I asked to be a part of this world changing and turning from darkness into light. You're a part of it. Embrace it.
Thank you. How can I protect my kids from all this negativity?
Don't have it anywhere around your home. No TV, no news, no anything, no social media around them, etc. Keep them outside, keep them active, do activities, go for drives, etc. But having an understanding that things are changing for the better, and sometimes that can be scary, is better than here, watch this and make your own mind up about what's happening. They need to just be kept calm about the whole situation and away from anyone who's negatively portraying things, who's angry and who's yelling and who's scaring them. Sometimes family dynamics can be that way, where certain family members are, entrenched in the news, for example, or the media, and repeating it all the time or having it always on in the home. We don't recommend this. We recommend all of the things that you do for your own health and your own spiritual health. Meditation, salt baths, having fun, watching funny things are the same things that kids need as well.
Thank you. How do I help support my angels and ancestors?
You don't need to support your angels and ancestors. They are there to support and help you. All you need to do is receive with unconditional love and have the attitude of gratitude in your life all the time, and acknowledge that you are never alone. And you can light candles and you can do your incense and you can do your things, but you don't need to do anything other than be open to receiving unconditional love and giving that in return, those attributes to the world.
Thank you. Are there energies outside of us trying to prevent upgrades and becoming our true selves?
Well, there's always negative energies around, but it's whether you focus on them or not. They only grow through focus. So, no, reinforce yourself, reinforce your energy centers, and know that you're stronger than any energy that you have not given permission to be a part of you. You've not given them permission to do that, so don't take it on. It's all about your thought forms. What you're thinking, you're creating. So if you're thinking that, okay, something's stopping me negatively from having this positive experience, then you're allowing that to take place. Be careful what you're declaring and what you're saying. And we say this with love because many of you do this, that you give in to a fear that doesn't need to exist unless you create it. So reinforcement, you're stronger, keep positive, keep your vibrations high, and nothing can touch you.
Thank you. Do you have any more information on the shift of timelines, please?
Well, the dimensional shifts of timelines are happening pretty much all the time for you on Earth. It's also your shift in perception that makes it faster or slower. So how you're thinking about something or what you're remembering, etc., alters things. So this is like a wave of energy. It's always up and down. You can lift yourself out, you can take yourself back, and you do it all with your thoughts. Suddenly you might dream of something that is something that you've forgotten to do. Like, for example, you might have been a dancer when you were small and you gave up on that dream. And then you may have a few dreams now in your adult life where you see yourself continuing in that fashion. Part of you did continue becoming the dancer, and you can tap into those different realities as well. This is quite a large subject, so we'll just leave it at everything is always there, everything is always changing, things are always shifting, and you will be where you need to be. That's always the way of it.
Thank you. What is the best way for us to try and communicate with angels or ask them for help or guidance?
This question gets asked a lot. However, many of you don't want to hear the answer because it's so simple, and that's exactly how your spiritual path should be, very simple. You only need to talk to your angels out loud, from the heart. Tell them how you feel. Tell them that this is your name and this is where you live and this is what you're trying to achieve, and that you're grateful that they're working with you, and you're writing it down and reading it out loud on a heartfelt piece of paper. Reading out loud what it is that you're asking of the angels and that you're grateful for, and hold an expectation of receiving signs and messages through your feelings, through number sequences, through feathers, through nature, through repeating patterns, through people who may suddenly call you, through all kinds of ways. You are all in connection with your angels. You just need to talk to them as though they are your best friend, which they are. And therefore you will start to receive answers. But if you do not believe or trust that you're receiving anything, again, it's going to be harder for you. Don't make your spiritual journey and your connection with the angelic realms hard on yourself. Simply speak to them, and that's it. They are already hearing you and listening to you and giving you a reply.
Thank you. What can I do to my property to keep the positive energy from being affected by external negative energy around me?
You can go around your property and you can place crystals in the ground in a square shape, which will create a pyramid of light around your home. You can imagine a pyramid of light around your home, deflecting any negative energy. You can also, again, mentally say to yourself, nothing can penetrate the walls that I place upon my property, energetically or physically. Nothing can penetrate that unless I allow it to. And focus only on, again, that your angels and guides are the ones doing the work of protection, not you. All you have to do is set things into motion with the way that you think, and maybe physically putting some crystals and things. Salt even is very good also around your perimeter of your property, with the intention that this is your protective place. And that's all you need to do.
Great, thank you. Can you explain the Akashic records?
Yes, the Akashic records, as you know them, or the Akash, are every single thing that you have done for yourself as a soul in the past, other lifetimes, and also things that you will accomplish in the future are all recorded. You have each access to this place. It is not somewhere that is hidden. It is not somewhere that is underneath a sphinx's foot. This is something that's energetic, that you go to in meditation. And the Archangel Metatron is usually who you will connect with to connect with your own Akash. and you start to see images of the past and also images of yourself and images of the future. This is something that you can go into meditation and do. But there is the Akasha in itself is a record of your own soul energy, and also every single living being on the earth has their own Akashic records list, and you cannot access anyone else's Akashic record without their permission either. You will be denied entry. It's also not something that you should do. But yes, the Akashic records are just that, records of everybody's lifetime experiences and the blueprint energy that each one of you have had over your different lifetimes.
Thank you. How can one protect themselves from psychic attacks?
Reinforce your own shield around you. That's it. Anyone who's sending you a psychic attack is only going to receive that energy back towards them. So although you cannot stop how someone treats you or looks at you, or if they're focusing negative energy towards you, or if they're being angry with you or whatever, all those things are psychic attack. They're only going to receive that energy back towards them. Although it may damage you and you may feel this and you may feel upset, if you are reinforcing your shields and dissolving this energy, any energy that's been sent that you have not asked for, that you're dissolving it or transforming it into positive energy, but you also must include yourself in that equation. Because if you are getting angry or upset because of it, or you're sure that someone's sending it to you, then you're also sending a negative out. So sometimes you could be stepping into your own negativity and feeling that somebody else is giving it to you. So you must make sure when you ask Archangel Michael or any of the angels or angelic realm to create for you a beautiful shield and reinforce this shield, that it also monitors what you're saying verbally and what you're thinking, and doesn't allow that to go any further or to harm anybody else, etc. And that energy is always being recycled into positive energy. So try not to focus on psychic attack in itself so much, and remember instead that even if someone is wasting their time and energy on attacking you, that you have the resources to protect yourself constantly.
Thank you. How can a family clear ancestral patterns of addictions with drugs and alcohol?
And this is something that you can do in meditation, or you can ask to have this energy removed. And if you feel like you can't do it yourself, which you can, I'm going to emphasize the fact that you can clear this karmic energy, past patterning, generational curses energy, etc. on your own. But if you feel that you need help, that you trust someone to take you through the process of understanding and learning about it, and understanding that you are here as a new beginning, and therefore you do not have to be tainted by generational issues unless you are focused on them all the time, in which case they will develop in your life. But just remember that you are the person that is shifting this right now, that with the angelic help and source help and your spiritual light team, etc., this can be carried and changed and cut away from you. Again, you may not believe that you can do it by yourself, so reach out to people who you trust to take you through a meditation and help you to relax in order to change this energetic print or blueprint throughout your body.
Thank you. Will artificial intelligence reach a point where it strips many more people of jobs, or will some form of balance surface?
It will get a little bit heavier for a little while with artificial intelligence energy, which has been happening for a long time. If you remember, as soon as computers began really on the earth, this was the start of robotic energy. Also, checkouts, as you call them, at your shopping centers, etc. This is stopping jobs for people because you can take yourself through, etc. So in some ways it saves it saves a lot of time and money, etc. But this is not going to be allowed to continue in full force as you might imagine, or what you may be fearing, etc. Remember not to give in to any of the things that you don't want to see. Don't give in to those things that you don't want to see. And we see all the time souls on the earth going, oh, this is going to happen, oh no, and panicking and fretting about it when there's no need, when you can change that pattern and you can change that thought form straight away to, no, this will be taken care of, this will be fixed, this will be easy, etc. We keep on saying how easy that is, but you believe that there's something very intricate and involved in changing energy when there is not. It's all about what you're thinking and changing that to what you want to see, not what you don't want to see. So although there will still be some increase in this energy for a little while, it won't be around for long.
Thank you. Apart from our skies given signs, will there be a bigger sign from Source in our skies that the entire world will see?
There will be that, but there may not be a need for that, because as soon as certain things are finally allowed to be said by governments and people in leadership positions, when they're finally allowed to say what they need to say, there's going to be no need for a sign, because everything will just suddenly begin to change. This is what you're coming into now, but we have to stress again that every single one of you needs to do your part in remaining strong and focusing on what you want to see and opening up to unconditional love and joy as a high vibration, while all of these things are finally coming to the surface bit by bit. So yes, there will be things in the sky, there'll be more things that you can see, but it may not be needed as these revelations and announcements are made worldwide.
Great, thank you. Is Earth being terraformed? Many people believe we are going somewhere else. It feels that the Earth is changing.
Well, your energies are going somewhere else. The Earth is changing, it's healing, it's shifting, it's pulsating, it's breathing, it's doing a lot of things, but your energies are lifting in such a way that you're not going to see the 3D negativity anymore and have to work so hard to fight against it, because you will be in that vibration of the fifth dimension and higher, actually, more. You'll just be in that all the time, therefore you're not affected by such negativity. It doesn't mean that it won't exist entirely, because there are things that are here for your experience, part of your blueprint, etc. But the Earth is, yes, it's going to change. There are going to be weather changes and earth changes and earthquakes and all kinds of things underneath the water as well, and coastlines will change, etc. But that's going to be over quite a long period of time. Also, as the way things stand now, it will still be quite a little bit of time before things begin to change that dramatically like this. But just focus on your joy and unconditional love, and also minding your energy and what you're doing rather than what everybody else is doing. And this is for everybody who's listening. You all need to just focus personally right now, which will have a ripple effect across the earth in a positive way.
Thank you. How can we live from our heart?
Well, this is pretty simple, really. Most of you are doing this, and that is doing what you feel is what you intend to be a good thing for each other, for yourself, for Earth. having the best of intentions is living from the heart. So trying not to overthink even something like where your heart lies or what energy is in there. You know, you can overthink anything that's going on within you, around you, etc. So living from the heart means just that, feeling your way forward, doing the best that you can, you know, one step at a time, one day at a time, not having to be perfect, just being yourself, being more unique to who you are, being more grounded, and understanding that the things that you say and think are creative energies and they manifest very easily, and starting to be in control of those things and changing any negative thought into a positive, or making something that's hard into something that's easy, etc. These are all examples of living from the heart. Most of you are doing this.
Thank you. Will there be a change anytime soon in the way people are treated for illnesses and diseases, and go more in a direction of a holistic and natural remedy?
Yes, I mean, this is always there. This is always available. Again, it's people's belief systems that need to change. And most older generation have been taught to go to the physician and take the tablets that the physician gives you, which not always makes you better. It's a chemical. A chemical has a reaction in your body. So where it may soothe one ailment, may agitate another. So a lot of people have the choice, well, you all have the choice right now to do something more natural or holistic or going to a healer, etc. Again, this does boil down to people's belief systems. If they don't believe that a healer is going to help them, then they're going to go to something that will give them a chemical that they believe will help fix the problem quicker. So it's when people decide that they are capable of self-healing, and that a healer, for example, is able to help them heal themselves, when that starts to be more of a belief, then you will see no real need for the kinds of doctors, the physicians that you've had for so long, because their own training will also have to change, you know, to accommodate all the people that are going to be wanting more natural support right now. And coming in the near future, more and more and more people will see the results of the natural therapy and natural healing, and be going more in that direction. So this will go more in that direction, just not straight away.
Thank you. Is it normal to feel spiritual activity at night regularly? What should be done during this time?
We have to answer this question carefully. The spiritual activity is usually more common during the nighttime hours. However, you must make an intention before you go to sleep. If this is something that you do not wish to have happen, that you make an intention before you go to sleep to reinforce your shielding, and that you're going to have a restful sleep and not be disturbed. And that if anything is negative around you, that it has no place where you are. And that positive energies can only speak with you, connect with you, or be more active when you are in a place of receiving. Once again, you're in control of your own spiritual energy. If you are making sure that you're taking the steps to support your spiritual body and your physical body, then you won't have this kind of thing happening unless you want it to. Everything is up to you.
Thank you. This is going to be our final question. What message do you feel all of us here need to know that you haven't already said?
Well, there are many things that are about to shift there are, and we also need to be careful because each one of you have your own belief systems, etc. And what we need to say is that the amount of information that is about to come forward is going to be very overwhelming for some of you. And we ask you to support and make sure you're strengthening now so that when you receive this information worldwide, mostly concentrated in the United States, and some of it in other countries also. But when you receive all this information and everything becomes very clear to you, that you are well equipped to take care of yourself, because it's not that there's going to be a big, massive killing off of energy, etc. This is more about news that you have to hear, that you have to become aware of. And some of you are already aware of some of it, but it's going to be on a much, much, much larger scale than any of you could have anticipated, even those who are aware of the darkness that has been having a hold of the world for a very long time. So we do ask you to really, really monitor yourself. And we have said a few things over the last few times that this channel has been here. And we want you to pay attention now to those different signs. Division is happening with some people. Arguments are happening. People are acting out and lashing out. You cannot control anyone else's energy, only your own. And we have to say that there's so much power in that. There's so much power in your thoughts and your feelings and how you hold yourself. There's so much power in that for others as an inspirational guide, as a show of strength that people need to see. So, although there is chaos, although there is drama, although there is pain, although there has been division and there has been arguments and fights, it's not your job to try to figure all of those things out. It's only your job to master yourself, master the self. Self-mastery is key for everything that you're trying to do. And without saying too much, it's the most important thing that you're going to do, especially this year. And you must seek out support and help. If you can't do it yourself, you need to quiet your mind, look after your body, look after your own energy, focus on the positive, change the vibration, reinforce your shielding, bring yourself into your spiritual awareness. Try not to think negative thoughts or project negative energy towards others or, be upset with others. Instead, create the boundaries that you want. Don't feel that you need to justify your energy to other people or justify what you're doing or saying or believing to other people. Don't get into that mindset of bantering back and forth because someone doesn't understand. Just live the life that you want to live and understand that that in itself generates more power than trying to fight your way through. Know that each one of you are capable of so many things, and each one of you are prepared for this journey or you wouldn't be here. And there are more of your abilities that are coming forward as you believe in them, as you believe in yourself, as you know that you're worth it, and you understand that you are a part of unconditional love. Understand that you are supported in so many different ways, and start to move forward with more strength in your step, holding your head up high and your shoulders back, and face whatever comes at you, knowing that you intend nothing but the right things and the good things and the peaceful things for yourself in your life. And therefore you will always be supported. And you need to know that you are and have always been supported, no matter what has happened or taken place in your life. And you will be supported even more throughout all of this turmoil as reinforcements are moving forward energetically, spiritually, universally, to help assist in this transitional phase. Just be patient and have understanding, and things are coming forward faster than you can imagine. and keep aware. At the same time, be grateful and understand that you are loved, you are worth it, and you have a huge role to play in the awakening, which is already happening, of all of mankind and the earth itself as well.
Thank you. Can you bring Becky forward now?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I feel like I was in a marathon.
That was great.
Ugh. Okay, so let me just put this back up for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, I don't know what's come
Thanks
up
to
here.
Nora. Thanks, Nora.
Thank you, Nora. I don't think I'm seeing. Oh, okay, live chat. All the.
There
all
you
the...
go. Yeah, it was a whole
Okay, thank you. Okay, so very interesting also for all of us. Thank you so much for being a part of it and being here, and thank you to my husband for sitting there and doing all those questions and trying to figure it all out.
I'm just a secretary with long hair.
No, you're not. Stop that.
I'm joking.
It allows me
Yeah,
to
I
pull
guess
it.
her a handle.
But yeah, there's. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like I was there for a long time, but probably not. Probably just like normal. But
Good questions, guys. Thanks again.
yeah, these were
by the
better
way.
questions. Thank you. These were like something that everybody could be listening to.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So love, light, plenty of laughter. The messages that I've been receiving for the longest time now is minding my own business. I know and what that
Pretty
means
much.
is it's more about really focusing on where you're going and what you want to do and the excitement that you're having. Because there's always going to be someone that doesn't like it. You know, no matter what you do, there's always going to be someone that's like, oh, you should be doing this. And it's like, we can choose not to listen to that. We always go and have our own fun, you know. And America first, music second. I like that.
That's Shanna.
Shanna.
She's incognito.
Yeah. You're very, very welcome. So I'm going to be teaching how to do this channeling in quite a detailed course. So let me know if you're interested in that. And then these webinars are going to be teaching you a lot about raising your vibration and getting in connection with new guides and different guides and ascended masters and different animals and transforming, etc. So, well, Rhonda, don't think of it as being destructive, you know. Think of it as being something that we all needed to know. Something that is, you know, been there for a long time, but no one was awake to it, right?
Truth is always good. Truths can be hard. That's what I was saying earlier, where you guys are all going to be needed by those in your circle and those close to you who are less awake. Because you guys, you know, you're in tune with your energies, you do your protection, your grounding, you know, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So things are in motion, things are happening, kids are being saved.
Yeah, kids are being saved. If you're not seeing that in the news, you need to look it up, because kids are coming out everywhere being saved in these different sex trafficking organizations. Terrible pedophilia that's been coming out as well. So, sorry, Rhonda, but it's not just that. It's deep corruption in other layers of things, but people don't want to know about it. They've got an answer for it, or a reason for it, or an excuse for it. And these are the things that will really, really hit home, is like the depth of the level of abuse that's been going on, abusive power as well, that's been going on for a really long time.
Thousands of years.
Right, and now we're finally here to expose it. Hey, Dana, we're finally here to expose it, but of course it triggers us and it upsets us. So we're like, oh, I don't believe that. That's got to be a theory, a conspiracy theory or something. It's not. This is really happening. Like really happening. Look it all up. There's plenty of things that have come to the surface. Even about the virus, information about that has come to the surface, you know?
Thanks, Stacy.
God. I don't want you to feel drained by listening, but, you know, it's like, Even the CDC announced, as well, that the number of cases were wrong. So people who had actual COVID and nothing else is a very tiny fraction of people, and most of those were old. So this is the kind of news that we're talking about. It's this and other people backing that up, and then more and more evidence coming forward, and more and more and more. And you all start seeing what's really been happening here. So it's going to open. The lid is already open. It's just going to start piling out right now.
The light's going to win.
Some people
like
are covering.
The light's already win.
Some people are covering up their own mistakes as well by announcing certain things. Also, they're trying to get it out there before they get in trouble for it. But you'll see. You guys will see. It's like I've got to be me as a personal. I got to be careful because I'm only talking about energy. I don't care what party you decide to vote for, but I can see the energy, right? And this one over here is pretty bloody evil, right? And this one here is pretty positive. Okay, so yeah, it just layers like an onion. You're right. That's it. So look up these things. It's all coming forward. And the light's already won. We've got to remember that as well. And go back over the different channelings that we've done, right back. And we've even done personal ones of our own that we might share at some point about all. It's all happening. Everything that was said. So we've got nothing. I mean, there's things that are going to be revealed, but exactly the big picture is actually beautiful. And it's like the division and the fighting and the issues. Don't get involved with it. Don't put it on your wall. Don't stir anybody up, because they're right there ready to attack you as soon as you put something, that you believe in on your wall or something. They're right there. Whoa, that's not blah, 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 blah. So I don't even put anything on my wall other than the dogs, the weather, something funny. I'm always watching the Southern Mama. It cracks me up. Something funny, old roller skating stuff or whatever. Just not anything political or anything about what we all know to be true. I do that all in my own private time, but I don't put it on my wall anymore. Too many attacks. And people are all super sensitive because they haven't dealt with anything before. And here it is in their face. This is the thing. As a member of society, we all have, a responsibility to get our crap together, Can't expect someone to fix it all the time, right? So this is what's been happening. So also make sure you're dealing with your boundary issues. Thank you, Jay, Flo. Yeah, I know. I don't even want to get into it with people, so I just avoid it. But yeah, people, all the information's there. Bobby will sometimes. But all the information is there for you all. Meditations, healing, knowledge, extra knowledge, webinars. Patreon, you get different readings and you get free webinars and stuff as well. But you can go to my website and I've got all different types of readings now for the month of September. So check it out, devinemiracles.com. The links will be below, and I'll also put them again when we get up. So if you're watching this and you can't see the chat box, it's not my fault. It's just the way that YouTube do it. I'm not hiding it from you.
It's usually the next day.
It used
to be a couple hours. It would pop up.
Yeah.
After the live it reposted, but now it's literally the next day. So.
Mm-hmm. Not really, Wayne. Not really. That's, some people believe in that and some people don't believe in that, whatever, but whatever's going to happen is going to happen. All we can do is focus on what we're doing and how we're dealing with it and our own mental health and spiritual health. And I'm sure you got a lot of advice, how to look after yourself, etc., and how to look after your energy through the channeling. That's always what comes through a lot. Yeah, I know, Cohen. They've been watching me. They've been suppressing me for a year, where I don't see a change in my subscribers. I did last time we done a channeling. I noticed it went up about 40 people, but hasn't done anything in about a year.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing Patreon and also my own Facebook thing, which is kind of like, well, it's like Facebook, but it's my own social media page that you can join up with, and it's all things spiritual on there. So you can create your own forum and blog and profile and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get that more active because nobody wants to be on Facebook anymore, but that's where we all are. We've established ourselves for years there, 11 years with Facebook, and there's like 76,000 people on there that I have. So I can't just, I'm just going to shut that off now because I don't like Facebook. I've got to be able to move somewhere, But yeah, it happens when the time is right, of course. And we all receive information all the time. It's just how we interpret it, right? So yeah, the fact checkers, I know, Cohen. I'd love it. Man. It's like if they've got to fact check you, then you know that you've said the truth.
You're onto it.
You're onto it, They don't want that spread. They want us all stupid. They want us all fighting. They want us all divided. But it's not winning because I don't care. And neither do many other people. We're just all living our life and doing what I can to help humanity, right? And you've got to do that as well. Be a support for people in your own way. Facebook security. Good on you, Candy. Never existed until truthers came. That's right, I know.
Yeah, there you go. That's a very good point, Gloria.
It's like they don't want us working everything out because they're going to be in big trouble, right? Certain people, just put it that way, there's certain people, two in particular, that I can think of right now that are in super amounts of trouble and will owe compensation around the world to all of us. So we're fine. Don't worry. We're going to get through it. What are you doing?
I'm just playing with mine.
Oh, well, don't say that. He's playing with a pendulum.
No, it's a pendulum.
He's like, I'm just playing with I'm like, no.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
All right. So I'll be doing another live show again soon for you all, of course. And we'll do the questions and readings and all that kind of stuff. We need to eat, especially after grounding, after doing something like this. I need to ground myself. But I'm sending out lots of love and support. Obviously, I'm always here. Go back. There's 1,300 videos to go through and connect with all your angels, guides, loved ones, past lives, all kinds of stuff on here, on this channel. And until the next time, lots of love. Many, many blessings. I hope you enjoyed. And bye for now.
Stay strong.
Stay strong. We've got this.
Fight the power.
Power of Grayskull.
By the power of Grayskull. See ya.
Bye.